China is not hiding its ambition. President Xi Jinping has made it clear. Taiwan will be brought under Beijing's control, peacefully if possible, but by force if necessary. For decades, this was treated as distant rhetoric. Now it looks more like a countdown. In Beijing, shipyards run day and night. The People's Liberation Army has grown into the world's largest naval force. Stealth fighters take to the skies, ballistic missiles stretch from the coast to Guam, and hypersonic tests make headlines in Pentagon briefings. And yet, in Europe, the reaction has been muted. Until recently, Taiwan was treated as a far-off flashpoint, not Europe's business, not Europe's war. In 2023, President Emmanuel Macron said it bluntly. Returning from China, he told reporters that Europe should avoid becoming a follower of American strategy on Taiwan. That Taiwan was not Europe's crisis. That strategic autonomy meant not getting dragged into Washington's conflicts. But that position is beginning to shift. China's military buildup isn't abstract. It's happening fast, and it's happening for a reason. Joint operations simulate the blockade of Taiwan. Missiles fly across the strait. Amphibious landing craft are deployed in drills eerily reminiscent of invasion plans. And cyber warfare capabilities are growing, designed to blind, paralyze, and confuse Taiwan before a single soldier lands. American commanders now speak of the Davidson Window, a period between now and 2027 when China may feel ready and willing to strike. Xi Jinping has ordered the PLA to be prepared by then, and they're preparing. So where does Europe stand? The truth is that Taiwan is not so far away after all. European industries rely heavily on Taiwan's semiconductors. More than 60% of global chip production comes from the island. Over 90% of the most advanced chips that power German cars, French aircraft, and Dutch machinery. A war in Taiwan would shut that tap almost overnight, and the consequences wouldn't stop at supply chains. A war would trigger massive sanctions. It would force Europe to choose between economic ties with China and its democratic values. It would send shockwaves through global markets, and Europe would not be spared. This isn't speculation. We saw what happened when Russia invaded Ukraine. Now imagine that, scaled up in Asia, with the world's largest economies involved. And yet, Europe is not idle. Germany has sent warships to the Indo-Pacific. France maintains bases in New Caledonia and Polynesia. The Netherlands, Italy, and even Lithuania have taken steps, diplomatic, symbolic, and strategic, to align with democratic partners in the region. The European Parliament has passed resolutions supporting Taiwan. Taiwanese ministers have visited Brussels. Quietly, Europe is building connections. But the question remains, is it enough? Unlike the United States, Europe cannot project power across the Pacific. No European country is likely to send troops or aircraft carriers. But Europe can do something just as important, shape the economic and diplomatic landscape that China must weigh before acting. Because Beijing is watching too, and it is calculating the cost. If Europe stays silent, it lowers that cost. If Europe prepares, it raises the stakes. Deterrence doesn't always come from missiles. It comes from unity, from resolve, from the understanding that a war in the Taiwan Strait would not just be Asia's problem, it would be a global rupture. And Europe, whether it likes it or not, would feel every tremor. Xi Jinping may believe that time is on China's side, but Europe still has time too. Time to align its diplomacy. Time to strengthen its economic resilience. Time to clarify its red lines. The window is closing, and what Europe does before 2027 may matter just as much as what America does, because watching is no longer enough. Europe must decide whether it will be a spectator of history or a shaper of it. If you found this analysis valuable, support independent European perspectives by liking this video, subscribing to Western Relations, and turning on notifications for more deep dives into global affairs.